different than from the rest of the season. And by different, I mean better.
Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. They've got Gary Trent. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Turner. Then there's Rollins. And it's Jang in at the small forward position. And for the Pistons, the forwards are Thompson and Harris. Then it's Durant. Then it's Duncan Robinson. And it's Jenkins in at the point. And a big game here for both teams, Clark, as they jockey for playoff position.
Well, we know playoff seeding can make a huge difference in how you advance or not in the playoffs. And being in a position to secure home court is certainly something you'd like to have. So I wouldn't be surprised to see these teams treat this just like a playoff game.
6 to shoot. Here's Kuzma. He gets that one. Kuzma's got the first points of the night for the Bucks.
Boy, he's got a nice feel for that shot. Kuzma's percentage on floaters is stupendous. That's outstanding for you guys who don't have a dictionary. It's a big weapon for him.
Now, here's Durant. Pass to Jenkins. It's up a 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
Here's Trent. Looking for Kuzma. He gets it there. And stolen by Harris. And stolen by Kuzma. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Kuzma's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, once Kuzma has the position he wants inside, he does his thing fearlessly.
Jenkins the pass to Durant. Here's Harris. Uncovered. And that one good.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Here's Rollins. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. Kuzma can't get it to go. And it's Detroit's ball. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Yeah, on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
And, you know, one of the things about missing free throws is not only are you not getting points yourself, but it allows the other team to maintain momentum or keep a rally going.
Milwaukee with the ball. After the basket by Detroit. Kuzma against Harris. Basket counts. Kuzma's got his third basket of the night right there. For Detroit, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Pass to Harris. Lays it up and banks it in.
And early on, they looked great. They made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
And this young Pistons team, GA, you and I love them, building around toughness.
Yeah, offensively, attacking the paint, defensively, where they are engaged. And they'll send you to the foul line quite a bit, but it's a product of that hard-nosed style.
Just 4 to shoot. Pulls up, high post, and again, it's Milwaukee converting.
They've missed just 1 of 5 shots so far. I like the look of this offense.
Pass to Thompson, a 3 ball. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss.
4 of 5 to start the game. That's their first miss.
Here's Rollins. Trent outside for 3. Durant pulls it in. Pistons have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Harris passes to Durant. Here's Jenkins. Offline with his 3. Looking at the last game for the Bucks, it was a loss to the Clippers. Here's Rollins. Kuzma outside. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Here's Thompson, and he converts the layup.
Gotta do more than this to stop Thompson. He's used to having to fight through contact.
Pass to Kuzma. Robinson against Trent. Here's Rollins. And Kuzma has it in the corner. He nails it, and we're tied up. Kuzma's got 9 points.
You cannot shoot the ball much better than he is right now.
Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Harris. Kuzma with the defensive effort.
Not a lot you can say except fantastic job by the defense.
And Thompson sends it back.
He has the potential to be an elite NBA defender for a long time. Thompson can guard anybody.
Harris finds Duran. Harris with it. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Shots good by Duran.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys.
The numbers for Kyle Kuzma. He's putting up 13 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
Here's Rollins. Outside Turner. Pass to Rollins. Bucks passing it around. Here's Kuzma. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And when you think about the greatest players, Clark, in Bucks history, it comes down to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, I think that's where the list probably starts and ends. I mean, both of those guys led the Bucks to championship seasons and multiple MVP awards as well. But it's hard for me to say this, but maybe Giannis has a slight edge over Kareem. He's the all-time leader in points, rebounds, assists, and blocks for the Bucks.
The first free throw is good.
Oh, the great thing about Kuzma is he's so well-rounded. He can do a little bit of everything on the floor.
And both free throws good for Kuzma. Here's Jenkins. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Pass to Thompson. Jenkins with a screen for Harris. Outside Robinson. Nailed from three-point land.
And really no longer a ball stopper. Harris has significantly improved his passing ability over the years.
Kuzma outside. Turner with the screen. And the Bucks miss again.
He was wide open. That miss clearly on him.
Jenkins the pass to Harris. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
There's no way you can minimize his concentration. Excellent focus in finding a way to score that time by Harris.
Pass to Kuzma. Turner with the screen for Kuzma. No good on the 3. Pistons leading by 5. To the inside. Here's Harris. Kuzma pulls it in. Kuzma's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Over in the corner, Turner. Kuzma against Harris. Just 5 to shoot. It's Kuzma penetrating. And Kuzma slams it in.
Boy, I love this from Kuzma. When he attacks with this kind of ferocity and confidence, watch out. Hide and protect the children.
Now, here is Robinson. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. And slam dunk by Harris.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Tobias Harris, one shot.
That's good from Harris.
You know, over time, I think Harris has become really good at accepting more responsibility, and that's part of learning how to be a leader.
And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
Second and three-point field goal percentage. And for the team assist numbers, not a strong point for them this year. Top 20 in the league. Could be worse, but it could be a heck of a lot better.
And Greg, one more thought about their three-point shooting percentage. It's not as high as it is because of a few hot stretches here and there. They've been lighting it up all season. Down low, here's Trent. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
How about the work inside that time by Trent Jr.? Just taking what the defense gives him.
Takes a three. Shots good by Jenkins. Jenkins got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Pistons.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
It really makes them a hard team to guard because they space you out so well.
Pistons leading by 7. Pass to Harris. Outside Robinson. Another three for Detroit.
They lead with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now here's Kuzma. He's got 13. From outside the arc. Robinson pulls it in. Detroit's gone 4-6 from long range here early on. Pass to Jenkins. Now here's Durant. Here's Robinson, and Robinson throws it down.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Here's Rollins. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here's Durant. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Here's Rollins. To the middle. Wants to get it to Turner, and does. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd pleasing already.
Here's Harris. 9 points in the game so far. Thompson outside. Clock at 6. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Kuzma passes to Rollins. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Trent can't hit.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds, and they look strong here in the early going.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Pistons are growing. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said, I appreciate the work that the guys have put in, and I'm proud of what they're becoming. But we have more work to do. We're still taking steps. Our guys have improved. The team has improved, but we're not finished yet. Back to you guys.
On the rise, Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. So Detroit ends up going with the new group. Green deciding where to go with it. Pass to Nance. Back to Green. Here's the three. A shot's good on the assist by Nance. Green's got it back down to within single digits for the Bucks. Here's Reed, defended by Portis. Reed kicks to LeVert. He takes it in, and the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's Green. He had 15 points last outing. And here's Prince outside. And the rebound goes to the Pistons. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
Yeah, they picked up the win in their last game against this club, and really it was a parade to the free throw line.
Yeah, did a really good job of throwing foul after foul. Very physical and rugged in how they perform. And it paid off.
Bucks trail by 11. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside, Green. Pass to Prince. The three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
You know, when he was coming out of college, this is exactly what scouts thought Prince would be. A strong 3-and-D wing who plays with a lot of effort.
Reed, a screen on Harris. And here's Herter outside. Sinks the triple. And the Pistons lead by 11.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for him later on.
Tobias Harris, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Detroit. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Pistons.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And one more thing they've done well tonight. They've attacked the rim viciously and have gotten a lot of points by just going at the defender.
Marcus Sasser is out there with Kevin Herter. Then there's Holland. Then it's Reed, and it's LeVert in at the three spot. That's the group for Detroit right now.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Herter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Gary Harris. I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Thanks. Well, this new three-point era started with Stephen Curry, and it's really in the last decade that we're seeing the long-distance game extend to the center position. You look at the list of recent champions, it seems it's also not a luxury, but a necessity to have a paint presence who can also stretch the floor from deep.
Yeah, certainly a nightmare to contain. All right, Shams, we appreciate the report. And Herter drops them both. And so it's Portis with it. He brings it up for Milwaukee. It's a 16-point game. Outside, Green. Portis sets the pick for Green. And the three off target.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Nance finds Prince. Now here's Green. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Back to Prince. Outside Portis. And again, the Bucks miss. Pistons lead by 16. Pass to Sasser. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Now here's Nance. Scoreless thus far. Outside, Green. Pass to Portis. Drills the three-pointer.
This speaks to how assertive Portis is, and he's skilled at knocking it down off the catch, too.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Different look here for Detroit. Jalen Duren. He's checked in for Paul Reed. Robinson comes in for Karis LeVert. And it's Jenkins in for Marcus Sasser. Milwaukee also making some changes. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Nance. Zhang comes in for Taurean Prince. And Trent subbed in for Gary Harris. Trent against Herter. Pass to Holland. He tries for three. It's hauled in by Trent. Bucks trail by 15. Zhang the pass to Portis. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Shot clock at 6. Portis a screen on Herter. Back to Portis. No one near him. And he knocks down the jumper. Portis has got 5.
Boy, his teammates will feed off that bucket. Good looks there from Portis.
Look out!
Bang!
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
Pass to Holland. Now here's Jenkins. Zhang defending. And here is Robinson. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Duren sets the screen for Herter. Here's Holland. Jacks up a 3. Now here's Jenkins. Misses the 3. Kuzma outside. And Green now, top of the key. There's the lob to Duren. And stolen by Zhang. And it's Trent in the corner. Holland with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look. That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
He's one of the few players in the NBA who can pull something like that off.
Here's Zhang following the bucket by the Pistons. Kuzma outside. And again, the Bucks miss.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And it's Kuzma with the ball for Milwaukee. Trailing by 17. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Here's Holland. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to Herter. From the arc. Rebound, Milwaukee.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Here's Jang. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. GA in recent seasons, we've seen the MVP debate get a little contentious.
I mean, every year there's about 3 or 4 guys who are deserving of the award. And the closer the race is, I think the more heated things tend to get. So especially since the criteria for the award is so subjective.
First free throw is good. Asar Thompson, he's checked in for Kevin Herter. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Portis. And Jang drops them both. Now Jenkins, he's got 6. Pass to Holland. Robinson on the wing. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Duran. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Bucks. On Tuesday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Kevin Durant and the Houston Rockets.
And that game against Memphis, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Kyle Kuzma.
And you can see his scoring numbers trending down as time goes on. It's not what you want to see, but maybe it's just time to shift his approach a little and start looking for other ways to get points out there on the floor.
And here's Jang. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Pass to Green. There's the 3. Good on the three-point shot. Green's got 6.
Really good vision by Trent Jr. He's not a guard who piles up a bunch of assists. It's a part of his game, though, he continues to work on and get better at.
Now, here's Thompson. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Duran with it. Shot clock at 5. And he's good on the 3 ball. 11 points in the game.
He had 2 first-quarter threes and now just added another.
Kuzma outside. Back to Green. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Pass to Trent. Turner with the screen for Trent. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Trent's got his second bucket.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here's Holland. Still yet to score. Robinson for 3. Over to the left wing. Shoots a 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Durant. And finally they hit one. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 11 rebounds. Pass to Kuzma. Outside, Green. Back to Trent. Turner with the screen for Trent. From outside, off the mark. Pistons leading by 15. It's Thompson off the drive. Here's Jenkins. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
After knocking down 2 threes in the first quarter, he's been a non-factor from deep.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thank you, guys. Well, the NBA is cutthroat. All-star Kevin Durant said, you've got to build up that dislike for guys that you're competing against, and you can't be friends while you're on the court. It's a dog-eat-dog world, especially when you're at the level of greatness. You don't want anybody to take the thing you've got. Kevin?
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. And Detroit has possession. Following the miss by Gary Trent Jr. from deep. Robinson for 3. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Now here's Jang. Here's Kuzma. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Here's Jang. It's rebounded by Jenkins. Pistons leading by 18. Here's Durant. The Pistons have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Detroit making a switch. Harris is checked in, and Milwaukee with a change here too. Rollins is checked in.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses. and he sinks the second.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Trent outside. Turner with a screen on Robinson. And here's Trent outside. Cans it from downtown. Trent's got 7 points.
This is exactly what Trent Jr. is known for. Long-range sniping.
Pass to Thompson. The Pistons working the ball around now. And here is Robinson to the left side wing. Shoots the three. Shots good by Jenkins. 9 points in the game so far.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Here's Rollins. Trent outside. And that's basket number 4. He's taken 9 shots to this point.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
And Thompson kicks to Jenkins. Robinson left side, all alone. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And the Pistons lead by 19. Pass to Chang. Now Kuzma. The shot, no good. And it's Harris with the ball for Detroit. They're playing host to Toronto for the next one. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home.
He's had a hard time finding his shot this quarter.
Rollins the pass to Chang. And here's Trent outside. It's hauled in by Harris.
I think everybody in the building expected him to make that collective shot.
And Thompson kicks to Harris. In the corner, it's Robinson. There's the lob to Duran. And stolen by Kuzma. To the paint. Wants to get it to Turner and does. And it's slammed in by Turner.
Boy, that's just too easy, guys. Turner, a player you can't allow to get free near the rack. He's a great dunker. Bang.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Trent outside. There's a screen. Fires the 3. That shot off.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
Harris outside. Outside for Robinson. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Outstanding work by Harris to get his hands dirty on that offensive glass.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Pass to Kuzma. Two points. That one goes. Kuzma's got 15 points. And so it's Detroit with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be right back after this.
Hello, everybody. Maybe a bit of a surprise in this one, but what a fantastic first half we witnessed for the Detroit Pistons.
Well, you see their focus on the glass, getting second chance points on one end and preventing them on the other.
That's been just one of the storylines in a total wipeout thus far. Let's take a moment now and swing on over to the playoff picture in the Eastern Conference.
You look at Detroit, sitting in first place, they've taken care of business. With the playoffs fast approaching, they're where they need to be.
And we'll see how that home court advantage translates down the stretch. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Heading underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. Zhang is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Gary Trent. Then there's Rollins. And it's Turner in at the 5 spot. Bucks trail by 19. Banked in off the glass. Turner's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Bucks.
A big-time presence in the post. That's exactly what they want from Turner.
Pass to Duran. On the wing, Harris. 6 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc. Milwaukee with the rebound. Zhang's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Rollins. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Turner up top. Defended by Duran. Count that bucket. Trent's got 11 points.
I love that shot from Trent Jr. I mean, stepping in from the line. That gives defenders something else to think about when defending him.
Now here's Jenkins. 9 points in the game so far. Robinson for 3. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Rollins with a screen on Robinson. Kuzma outside. 3-pointer. And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it. Here now is the 2K leaderboard. Over the past month, these teams have tortured opponents defensively. The Pistons second.
What a month they've had defensively. I mean, they've really gotten after it on that end of the floor.
Detroit leading by 18. On the wing, Harris for the 3. Rebound by Zhang. Zhang's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Trent kicks to Zhang. Pass to Kuzma. Trains the 3-pointer. 18 points for him.
They've come out hot this second half, hitting 3 of their first 4 shots.
Here's Jenkins. Robinson for 3. Kuzma pulls it in. Kuzma's got 8 rebounds in this game.
Just 1 bucket and 5 attempts so far this half. They are looking for a spark offensively.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Thompson outside. Pass to Robinson. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Robinson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Great awareness by Thompson, wanting to find his open teammates whenever he can.
And Zhang kicks to Kuzma. His 3-pointer's off the mark. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Now Robinson. Thompson outside. And the foul on Miles Turner. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Now here's Duran. He's got 13. Robinson finds Thompson. That 3 off the mark. Bucks trail by 15. Rollins the pass to Turner. Kuzma inside. Guarded by Harris. Kuzma against Harris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Trent can't hit. Detroit leading by 15. Now here's Jenkins. 9 points in the game so far. Robinson, that's good.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
The Bucks have gone 4-7 to get things started here in the second half. Back to Jang. Trent with the wide open look. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
The defense has to close in on Trent on the perimeter. He can inflict major damage if left alone out there.
Harris outside. Robinson kicks to Thompson. Pistons passing it around. Harris, no good. Bucks trail by 15. Here's Rollins. Trent outside. Made that one. It's his 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor.
Great use of the screen. That's how you practice it and draw it up.
Thompson outside. And here's Harris from the arc. Rollins grabs the board.
He can't get anything to fall, at least not this quarter.
Robinson against Trent. Fires from deep. Duran pulls it in. Pistons leading by 13. Now Jenkins. 9 points in the game so far. Harris dishes to Jenkins. Robinson on the wing. Thompson passes to Robinson. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists tonight.
Oh, you could see it and feel it in his eyes at the start of this period. He is on a mission.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy.
Checking out some numbers here for Jang. His last 10 games, putting up about 10 points a night, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contributions.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
Here's Rollins. Pass to Turner. Shoots over Duran. The shot by Turner no good. Pistons leading by 15. Robinson kicks to Jenkins. No good on the 3. The Bucks have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Here's Turner, fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Pistons?
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot?
One shot. How great have they been? I mean, shooting the ball from outside the arc, they have absolutely been lights out.
Detroit making a switch here. Hollins checked in. And that one misses.
You know, he's become a solid big man in this league. Miles Turner understands his role and is starring in it and does a really good job, I think, playing to his strengths.
Now here's Jenkins. He's got 9. Fires for 3. A rebound by the Bucks. Zhang's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Not the best shooting night for him, but luckily his teammates have picked him up.
Here's Rollins. 3-pointer. The offensive rebound. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Portis adding insult to injury. He'll have a chance for one more.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good.
A most valuable role player on this team. Portis' ability to stretch the floor with his shooting, huge.
Back to Harris. Pass to Robinson. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
15 seconds. At the line for your Pistons, Duncan Robinson. One shot.
And that one falls for Robinson. Here's Rollins. Pass to Trent. Now here's Turner. Here's Rollins. And here is Trent outside. Rebounded by the Pistons. Jenkins got 4 rebounds now tonight.
What I appreciated about Thompson is his recognition. He knows when to force the issue and when to pull back.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
For your Pistons, Thompson. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. So he gets them both. Bucks trail by 16. To Chang. Here's Rollins. Stolen. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. And Harris wide open. He shoots. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
He just keeps firing away from distance. I know he's trying to get himself heated up, but at what cost?
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for the Bucks. It's a 14-point game. Pass to Trent from deep. Buries the long-range jumper. Trent's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Bucks. And here is Jenkins. 9 points in the game so far. Robinson passes to Harris. Pistons passing it around. Inside, picked off in midair. Here's Rollins. Back to Trent. Turner with a screen on Robinson. Trent. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Trent's got it back down to single digits for Milwaukee. Pass to to Holland. And here is Jenkins. Robinson for three. Buries it from three-point range. Robinson's got 16 points here in the second half.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Here's Rollins. Jang finds Trent. Jang with the screen for Trent. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Trent's got 25 points.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Pass to Holland. Thompson surveying the floor. Harris passes to Thompson. Now Jenkins, 4 on the shot clock. A three-pointer off the mark. Trent outside. Here's Rollins. Portis in the post. Robinson on him. Portis can't get it to go. Detroit leading by 10. Hollins kicks to Robinson. Thompson left side. Back to Robinson. Pass to Jenkins. The tray. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Jenkins got 12 points in the game.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
58 seconds left here in the third quarter. Trent outside. Rebounded by the Pistons. Holland, the pass to Jenkins. Here's Holland. Pass to Jenkins. Robinson on the wing. And a miss there on the triple. Bucks trail by 13 to the paint. Here's Portis. Makes it off the glass. 9 points in the game so far.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Pass to Harris. And it's sent back by Turner. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
One of the areas where he has excelled all season long. How about 87% from the line?
Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting.
And he makes the first. Both teams will make substitutions. And Harris drops them both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
The shot, no good. And so it's the Detroit Pistons. 13 points up at the end of the period. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. We'll get you back to the action after this break. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Holland. Marcus Sasser is out there with Kevin Huerter. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Duren in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 and the 4 for the Pistons. So it's the Pistons now after the miss free from Bobby Portis. Pass to Holland. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
Bucks ball.
Here's Green. Kuzma outside. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists now in this one.
Boy, I tell you, he's so good at scoring in a lot of different ways. Kuzma enjoys showing off the full repertoire of his game.
Now, here's Duran. It's LeVert on the wing, guarded by Prince. 6 to shoot. The 3. The rebound by the Bucks. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Kuzma finds Green. Kuzma outside. Back to Green. Kuzma passes to Green. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
Boy, really solid passer at his position. Kuzma is all about doing what's best for the team.
Pass to Duran. Now here's LeVert. A floater. He takes it up and lays it in. And the Pistons lead by 10.
Boy, the versatility of LeVert showing you he's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve and a bunch of shots to choose from, too.
Kuzma outside. Portis sets the pick for Kuzma. Outside Portis. Off target with his 3.
He had 1 3 in the first half, but hasn't had 1 since.
Pass to Sasser. Herter with it. And here's LeVert. Lets it go with the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. LeVert's got 5 points in the quarter.
LeVert showing you can rise up from deep. A quality shooter when given room to fire.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Harris kicks to Prince. From deep, Green. Duran pulls it in. Duran's got his 18th rebound here tonight. All over the place. Herter with a screen on Harris. Pass to Herter. Over Green. Herter, no good.
Even though he hasn't found his groove tonight, his teammates are picking him up.
Here's Kuzma. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Green's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. He's checked in for Detroit. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Milwaukee. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
J.B. Bickerstaff had some words for his team over the break. He told them, no time to celebrate. The work is not finished. We've got to stick with it and keep growing what we've got here. Words of wisdom for his squad. Back to you.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Now, Sasser. This one for three. Traps in the tray.
If he develops a consistent three-point shot in his first few years, Thompson's going to be scared.
Now, here's Green. Turner finds Portis. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
How about their second half offensive adjustments? Very impressive. Showing some moxie inside. I like it.
So for the Pistons, Harris is checked in for Holland. Duncan Robinson comes in for Kevin Huerter. And it's Jenkins in for Marcus Sasser. Trent's checked in for the Bucks. Rollins comes in for A.J. Green. Detroit leading by 11. Harris outside. Pass to Thompson. Deep two from Robinson. Rollins grabs the board. Rollins got 4 rebounds in this game. Back to Kuzma. Trent kicks to Kuzma. The Bucks working the ball around. Pulls up on the elbow. Rebound by the Pistons. Turing's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Harris. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And the Pistons lead by 13.
Well, this is the threat that Harris poses now. He's a scorer from every level. Inside, three-point land, and at the rim. One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Outside Robinson from past the arc. It's rebounded by Portis. Bucks trail by 11. Rollins the pass to Trent. Outside Turner. To the wing on the left. Portis finds Trent. Just 5 on the clock. And the 3 off target. And it's Harris with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
They're taking it right into the teeth of the defense, and it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
Well, they should be. I mean, it has not been a good performance for them at that end of the floor.
Jang, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. And that one misses. Bucks trail by 13. Here's Rollins. Outside Turner. Trent outside. Pass to Rollins. From deep. Detroit with the rebound. Jenkins got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Turing. And easy 2 points on the layup. Turing's got 4 this quarter.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Here's Rollins. And he drops it in from the low post.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
And here is Jenkins. Outside for Robinson. Hits the 3-point bomb. Robinson's got 35 in the game.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Kuzma, that's good.
Even when Kuzma is defended well, he's still great at maintaining his composure and getting to the basket.
Jenkins with it. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. And again, Detroit with the 3.
Wow. What can you say?
Bucks trail by 17. Here's Rollins. Pass to Jang. To the inside. Here's Turner. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
After a quiet first half, he's really turned it on.
Harris outside. Launches it. Rebounded by the Bucks.
And, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Here's Rollins. Misses the 3. Thompson against Turner. Thompson dishes to Jenkins. Pass to Duran. Here's Robinson. A 3. And rebounds again. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass.
Thompson against Jang. A wide open look here for Kuzma. Good on the 3-point shot. Kuzma's got 27.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
Harris outside. Pass to Robinson. Takes a 3. Rebound by Jang. Jang's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Kuzma passes to Turner. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
Takes the Bucks ball.
Trent outside. Now Kuzma. Trent left side. Now Turner. Holy cow! What a bailout!
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now here's Jenkins. Duran. And it's sent back by Turner.
Turner using every inch of his length to protect the rim. Denied.
And the 3 misses.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Duran with a screen on Kuzma. Robinson outside. Lock at 6. Robinson sets a screen for Thompson. It's off. Bucks trail by 10. It's stolen by Harris. Thompson inside. Jang defending. They get a hand on it.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And how about that display of athletic ability? Kuzma can contort his body when converting on those difficult shots.
At the line of the Bucks. Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma. 1 shot.
One shot.
Now Jenkins. Robinson outside. Jenkins with a screen for Robinson. Outside Harris. The screen from Thompson. Down he goes for 3.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the 4th period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little 3-happy down the stretch sometimes. Letting it fly.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Detroit.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And these guys have played very well this season, and this win tonight, guys, will push their win column up to 55. And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance, it was a big-time outing for Jalen Duren.
And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Kuzma.
You know, when Kuzma plays with that kind of tenacity, he's going to make defenders foul him. He's a real force in this league.
Personal foul. 13 foul. At the line for the Bucks.
Shoot two.
Kyle Kuzma. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Kuzma. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester. And that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
Well, we've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
Duncan, you heated up and you had this crowd bouncing in the stands. Must have been an incredible feeling.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you can make a couple in a row feels good. Even better, you know, when you got this fan base behind you. So it just means a lot to being here and just finish off with a win.
You had the green light and you took advantage. Thanks, Duncan.
Terrific, Allie. Thanks. And that'll do it, folks. So for Allie LaForce and my colleagues here at the table, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us. And now our player of the game, Jalen Duren.